Well, good afternoon and welcome. The heat just continues to build. Sort of like summer is marshaling all of its forces to hand us a sort of last gasp, so to speak, of heat and humidity before the autumn breezes begin to blow and hopefully the autumn rains will come. This time of year, well, it's an interesting time as far as weather is concerned. Yes, the heat and humidity seem to go on and on without end. Yes, it seems to be miserable outside, but there are real changes taking place in the environment, changes that are happening because summer is actually winding down. The tall grass in the park is shooting up seed pods. Birds are finishing up raising their young. Many plants are coming to maturity. The summer grasses, Bermuda, buffalo, and some of the others, are thoroughly enjoying outdoing the fescues right now. The toad, that toad that sits under your porch light at night, he's getting fatter. And even the constellations in the sky, in the heavens, even they are changing to their fall displays. You know, it's a great time to lose your summer doldrums and just watch the creation as it morphs into a fall and then into a winter pose. As part of this time of year, the extreme heat, I normally try to get my walking exercise in during the morning hours. It was until a couple of years ago that I could stop at Town West Shopping Center and walk there in comfort, but that building's been sold and turned into, I think, basically a warehouse space. It's no longer available to the public, at least most of it isn't. Sometimes I can walk while still at home. Other times I'll come to work and then walk downtown. And that was the case today. I came into work and then went for my walk, and as I was walking past the Garvey Center on West Douglas, I noticed a wallet on the sidewalk. I thought about just leaving it, but I decided it was in good hands with me. I didn't know who else might come by and see it and maybe take it and do whatever with it. So I took it back to the church, and I looked through it. I found a driver's license. I tried to find the gentleman on social media, but I was unsuccessful at that. But I did have an address from the driver's license. I decided to go there to see if he might be home. Arriving there, I found a locked front gate, a rather dilapidated house, and a neighbor sitting on her front porch. I went over to the neighbor and asked if she knew the man who lived next door. She didn't really know much about him, and I told her then why I was there and gave her contact information for the church, telling her that his wallet would be at the church if he wished to recover it. She said she would tell him, and that was it. I've never found anything like that in any of my walks before. I have found maybe a coin or perhaps a nail in the street, something like that. And I'll usually pick those things up if I can. I've even picked up pennies before. But I've never found anything of real value such as that wallet. Hopefully, he'll get the note that I left with the neighbor lady and retrieve his wallet. If he doesn't, I'll take it eventually to the nearby police station and leave it with them if they'll accept it. One other thing this hot time of the year does is to bring out more of the open those who have not been able to keep up their bill payments and their electric utility service has been suspended. We've received several calls this summer from folks in that circumstance, and many more where they have the service, but it's in danger of being discontinued because of non-payment. We've had so much of that earlier this summer that we had to discontinue our benevolence for a time and sort of catch up the budget. Well, today I received a call from a woman who, if she's telling me accurately, and I suspect she is, she's been living without electric service since the end of March when the cold weather rule was discontinued. They managed to find a generator somehow to meet their basic needs, but now the generator's broken and they are totally without service. There are two older people in the home, both of whom require medical services that need electricity. I didn't even ask how much they owed because I knew I couldn't help. It doesn't really matter. If they owe, for example, $1,000 to get service started, that amount may well look like $100,000 to them. The mountain is insurmountable, regardless of the price. My guess is it'll be a long time before they ever are able to get electric service again. if ever. I wonder how many households in the Wichita area are just like these people. Service has been discontinued due to inability to pay, or those who are in danger of having service discontinued. What is the percentage of households who are living like this? I'm thinking that number would be much higher than one might think. If you're living with a roof over your head, with transportation, and in relative comfort, be thankful. Just be thankful. And be humble. Then find some way to help support those who are not living with your level of comfort and convenience. Because you know the old saying, there but for the grace of God, go I. Blessings.